It raises a lot of questions about the direction of humanity, about our insatiable need, and the inability for us to stand back and see where it's all going. Doing this collaboration with Alkan allows me to kind of enter into a new audience interested in technology and fits into my interest in technology over the years.
Ed, working with the human impact on this earth, brought together with the hyper-reality throughout all of Alkan's work and the overwhelm that we feel around our impact on the planet. It was such a natural fit together.
We were both exploring the kind of improbable and fantastical, projecting the idea of if the scale that we're currently working at continues to exponentially grow, if technology is left unchecked, that there's a possibility of this landscape that almost dominates at a scale that is almost impossible to understand. When we started to work together, we started to discuss which ones kind of sat in what I call the uncanny valley, that you first look at it, you say, could this be a place, really a place? And then only upon further looking does it start to reveal itself. You realize this isn't a place and this can't happen.
We want to create images that are photographically informed, that are legible, that can be read as realistic through our eyes, but we don't want to just imitate photography. That's why the images in our show become something else, something beyond photography. It guides me into creating images that the camera cannot capture.
It's rare for a collaboration to be that powerfully balanced, and it shows in the work. You get that sense that these two artists really co-created something.
Although I don't manipulate in my own work, I don't use Photoshop as a compositional tool. It's an interesting way to kind of dabble with somebody who I agree with in terms of the way they're using AI, but also be able to add a skill set on top of it that I think makes the pieces compelling. So the collaboration really is him doing this work. He's running it through all the AIs, and I'm helping shape the direction he's going and saying, oh, I really like where this is going. And then he would get another 20 or 30 of those, and then we'd pick 2 or 3 and start to kind of shape the direction in which he was taking these works.
I have a very experimental process with artificial intelligence. I don't start by generating photographic images. I generate abstract expressionist paintings, and I start from abstraction, and then through step-by-step generation and iteration, I make it photographic. I use lots of back-to-back image-to-image generations where I, feed back the output image back to the artificial intelligence tools as the input itself, and I repeat this process so many times. In the end, image has this otherworldly alien quality.
And once he would render it out as a final piece, then I'd be going in there and redoing the canvas with my eye as a printmaker. I'm using my same printer, who's almost 30 years with me printing, so now I just took the same team, and then I would go in with my printmaking skills and say that could be made to look more authentic and more real by making that feel further back and making that feel closer, or this is too dark and this needs to come back a bit, or this color's too hot, and then kind of putting film grain onto it to kind of give it less of a smooth, unreal surface.
There's a narrative inside each one of these incredibly complex, dense, rich images. Having spent a lot of hours with these images here in the gallery, I'm still getting new readings of them and the stories that they tell. For a gallery to show work like that is an incredible honor.